Good morning, everybody. Now, if you guys didn't know, I picked up a Polaris Ranger 1000 XP about a month ago because there's a series of events that had happened that made this thing end up inside of my possession, and yeah, I kind of got stuck with it. Anyways, we have a 2019 Polaris Ranger XP here today. If you guys didn't see the last video, I went ahead and did all new coilovers on it, a new axle shaft at the rear of it, and the cage was bent at that time because it was kind of laid over on its side. Actually, no, it cartwheeled through a field, but we won't talk about how that happened. Anyways, Polaris Ranger, like I was just saying, this is the North Star edition, so it has power doors, heat, AC, cameras all over it, LED headlights on it. This thing's an absolute unit in my opinion. So I didn't do this on camera because I had this thing over at a frame shop. They actually installed the windshield on it because they wanted to make sure that it lined up perfectly. But if you guys come inside here, we turn the key on. We now have a button right there that you hit. And we have a power folding windshield, which is kind of sick. Huge shout out to our boys over at Rough Country for coming through and hooking us up with this front glass. I've never had a windshield that folds out. That's kind of insane. But hey, you know what? It's awesome, especially when it gets hot outside. You like don't want to have the heater AC on. You can have a fresh breeze come through the front of the machine. But today we have a cargo box for it, a rear bumper we're going to be installing on it, some chrome alley axle shafts, and I think we have some LED lights and stuff for the machine as well that will be going onto it. Don't mind the mirrors. I had to go on eBay and order a set of these mirrors because they don't really sell mirrors for North Star editions. You have to actually buy them for a North Star. Because your regular XPs, they have just like tubing mounted mirrors like any other side-by-side would have. But yeah, we have to get this thing up on stands today because I got to change out axle shafts like I was saying, put the rear bumper on it, and a whole lot of other goodies for this machine. I'm actually excited because usually working on trucks 24/7. So being able to work on something different is definitely a blessing. So once we get all this stuff done, I might take it up to Infinite Custom to go ahead and get it detailed because right now it is literally filthy. Let's get this machine up on stands, get the wheels off it, and start throwing in the axle shafts and putting on the bumper and the cargo box for it. I just went ahead and got the rear bumper onto this machine. I also installed the LED light bars that they supplied with it for the bumper. Those should be very bright at nighttime. You guys know I love everything about LED lights. My big truck literally has these monstrous bumpers on it too. Absolutely love them. I went ahead and got the axle shafts installed. As you can see, brand new axle shafts all the way around. Coilovers. We also got a storage bin for the back to hold stuff that way it doesn't roll around the bed. This thing's actually pretty sweet. So it slides right into these little steak pockets, I would call them. Has a nice little handle on it. Open it up. Came with a lock and some type of cable. We probably store like drinks inside here, tools, anything we don't want to get wet. It has a nice rubber seal on it. Shout out to Rough Country. They do make a lot of awesome products for these machines. I will put a link down in the description below. If you guys have one of these side-by-sides, take a look at them. They have a bunch of stuff for these things. I sat on Rough Country's website for like 3 hours the other night just looking at stuff I could do to this thing. I might do a front bumper on it and some other accessories. But hey, we got the axle shafts fixed. We got that rear bumper on. So now if I back into something, I'll hit the bumper and not smash the machine again. But we got to take this thing up to Infinite Customs because I want to get it detailed and get the rear bumper lights all wired up. And maybe we'll do something else to it. I already have rock lights on it from Infinite, so that's literally amazing. And yeah, I love everything bright. Oh, I gotta hang up this wire still. That wire fell down. We gotta find a home for that. But let's get this thing on the trailer, get up to Infinite, unload it, get it detailed first thing, and see what else I can come up with for it. And the 6.0 outside. I know you guys might have seen the last video on the 6.0. Just know I literally have a box of parts right there waiting to go on that truck, and it's gonna turn out sweet. Right now it doesn't look like much, but you know what? It's coming together. We got the fenders on it. We got a bunch of other stuff done to it. We did new ball joints, new hubs, the whole nine. But we won't go too into detail with this truck. There will be a video coming soon on that build. I'm super hyped for it. I need to order wheels and tires yet still. And as you guys know, I have a lot of packages for it. You guys kind of get the gist of where this truck's going to go. I don't know. I've never had a Ford. So this is the first one. So I'm learning. And you guys have to learn with me. Or maybe I won't like a Ford and then I'll regret it. I don't know. It sounds cool. It just needs a little bit of love. worst part of the day, strapping the shit down. Now the best part of the day, I figured right now would be the perfect time to talk about this. As you guys might know, I work with a lot of companies inside of the diesel industry, and one of which is SPE Lab. Now SPE Lab has a lot of awesome products for your diesel trucks, for Duramaxes, Power Strokes, and Cummins. Obviously, I'm a lover of Cummins. I do have a Power Stroke that we will be doing some upgrades to it in the very near future, but today we're going to talk about a new product that they just released that I personally love the look of it. I know these things perform 100% amazing, so I decided to go out and get their newest product for my 4th gen, which is an oil catch can. Now, I know there's a lot of companies out there that make these, but I guarantee you guys right now there is not a company on the market that has one of these things to this quality for such an affordable price. So this is very easy to install. We'll step up on the step stool because, you know, Mega Cab is literally massive. Come on, cameraman, jump up there. This bracket right here goes down in here, as you guys can see, right to those factory 3 holes. And then obviously, once that's installed, you have your catch can that sits onto it like that, and then it mounts right into there. Looks amazing, comes with nice AN fittings. I'm not gonna be using both ports on this just because I'm routing it a different way. So as you guys see right here from the factory, you have that hose that goes from your valve cover down to the intake, which when you have the fumes coming out of your motor that all of these diesel trucks make, it's not healthy to have oil residue and stuff going down into your turbo. I mean, I know that your truck can run away with oil pumping into the turbo, and we don't want that to happen. So good thing we got this product for the truck. Now it should be very easy to install. All you have to do is take the supplied hardware that they give you, take these little bolts, we're gonna screw them down into here, tighten them up, mount this thing onto the truck first things first because I'm very impatient. I just want to see how it looks. Tighten these 2 bolts up, that way it can't fall off. That'd be very unfortunate if this thing fell off because it's literally a work of art. Take these 3 bolts that are supplied with it, find the right socket that fits them. Look at that, first try. So we're gonna take this, like I said, I'm probably gonna cut this hose down once I see exactly where I want it. Look down inside there, very easy to install it. Take these supplied bolts, we're going to thread them down into the factory location. Bolts are tight. I am not going to be using both of these fittings, so I'm going ahead and I'm going to unscrew this one. And then they supply a little dummy plug that you can put in place of that. That goes right here. Just because all I have right now is the factory valve cover with just the one hose. So that one hose will route from there straight into this fitting. This one capped off. It will catch the oil if there is any into here. And then all of the vapor will go out of that bottom hose down into the atmosphere. Okay, so now all we have to do is go ahead and get the fitting put onto here. I'm going to take this hose off really quick, and then we will plug the new hose into the fitting, run that around into the valve cover. I'll block off the intake of the turbo itself. That way we do not have anything else going into the intake that is not needed. And then yeah, this thing will be installed. This is very, very simple to install. I will add the link down in the description below for this product if you guys are interested. But SPE has a lot of awesome products. I personally love their products. I have them on all of my builds. Like I was saying earlier, I have the radiator support cover on here, now the catch can, the intake manifold, the grid heater delete, the throttle body delete, along with the air intake for the turbo, cold air intake as I like to call it. The exhaust, I have their diff covers. I have a lot of their products on this truck and I absolutely love them. The power difference with that intake manifold is like very, very noticeably different. It's like 60% more airflow than the factory ones. So the engine bay of this truck is coming together, as you guys can see. I know it is dirty. We have to get this thing cleaned. I don't really drive this truck that much, but when I do, it's usually to the shop or to the lake. And going down the shop driveway with this, it gets very dusty, so don't mind the engine bay. One of these days, maybe this winter, we will go ahead and go get everything all powder coated a custom color. But right now, I'm just trying to get it all set up how I want it to look, and then getting stuff powder coated isn't the hardest thing to do. Take it apart, wait a couple days, throw it back together. But let's get this AN fitting on here, get the hoses routed, and this will be complete. This already looks a lot better, even with the hose off of it. I literally love their products. Just got the AN fitting on with the rubber hose. This is now rerouted from the catch can around the valve cover to the fitting on the side of the factory crankcase filter. And yeah, this literally turned out amazing. You guys look over here, it makes it look a whole lot better underneath the hood. Like, come on, how can you beat that look? It looks like a race truck. This thing now makes 5,000 horsepower. But if you guys are interested inside of any of their awesome products, click the link down in the description below. Use my code at checkout and go get you guys some products that are very affordable, very well made, and you won't regret it. But with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. We have arrived at literally my favorite place to be, which is Infinite Customs. If you guys didn't know, they do everything from audio to detailing your vehicle, lift kits, you name it. They're up here inside the Chicagoland area, so if you guys are interested inside of coming up here to get some of their services done, be sure to hit up Infinite. You get your car detailed, sound system, the whole nine. But we got the mega cab here today. This thing definitely needs a bath as well. Got the buggy. That's got to come off the trailer. That's getting detailed for sure. I don't know if we're going to do this truck. If we have time, we will. It hasn't been washed since like Atlantic City. It's literally filthy. I mean, come on. The wheels aren't even black anymore. Well, now they are, but sidewalls destroyed, buggy destroyed. But good thing we're here so we can get this thing detailed. Now I'm gonna back this thing off the trailer. Let's hope that the ramps don't fall, because that'd be highly unfortunate. Now it's time to find out where we're gonna park this thing so they can clean it. And then, yeah, I cannot wait to see how this thing looks all detailed up, because I haven't seen it like looking brand new, ever. Alright, I've loaded this thing up and unloaded it now 3 times. We got the buggy clean. As you guys can see, we literally cleaned off of it. Look down the side here. The coilover, it literally looks newer than new. How does that make any sense? It looks newer than new. Yes, it came shiny out of the box. Now it's juiced up and it looks amazing. Inside, they detailed it really quick. I told them not to get too crazy with it because obviously muddy shoes and boots, and you know, when I swamp this thing 10 feet into water and the water goes up to the sound system inside the headache rack. Not headache rack, the headliner. What am I saying? Anyways, we're gonna unload it again, and you guys haven't seen this thing drive. It's finally like in a driving form. Got the shocks on it, the axle shafts, new rear bumper. So yeah, let's get this thing unloaded because I want to drive it. That is so embarrassing. Bumper looks sick. It already got dirty from the water dripping down, but I knew I bought that trailer for a reason. This thing fits perfectly on it. Let's go drive this thing. It's like, honestly, well, literally my first drive with everything fixed on it. It drives nice. I'm not scared to take it anywhere. It's so clean. Like, everything Indy wants to go off-roading with just to test out the capabilities. So this one actually has a switch right here where you can go from just one-wheel drive, technically just that backside spinning. So when you're turning in grass, it doesn't tear up the grass. You can do it with the both back tires, where if you're going on the road, or obviously four-wheel drive, has work mode, standard mode, performance mode, windshield. Usually like you can roll down your side windows. This one you can roll up your front window and drive wherever you want. So we're gonna go down the road really quick. Obviously we're in Mexico. Actually no, I think these are street legal here.
Yeah, they are.
Now that I think about it. And taking on a little cruise. I'm scared to like get on it, and I don't want to break it. But it's probably very windy. But hey, it's pretty sick. You can drive with the windshield open. Yeah, it's so clean. Everything's clean. It smells like a brand new car. I need to shut that. You guys probably can't hear me. Okay. That didn't sound too good, whatever that was. Oh, they're watering the roads. Maybe the potholes will go back to where they're not potholed. Because Indiana has like the worst roads. Like, they're terrible. Every road you drive on, your hubs fall off, you bend your wheels, your buggies break. Right there, big pothole. You guys get the memo. So I'm gonna take this thing back to the house before I break it. First drive, not bad. Something different to play with. You know, I've never had a side-by-side or anything inside that nature. Like I was saying, we have to get some mirrors for it yet still, and that's about it. I'm sure there's a lot of other upgrades I could do for it, like twin turbos, tuning it, putting a diesel motor inside of it, all that fun stuff. But that's enough with this for now. As you guys know, we have the 6.0 build. We have a couple parts that came in today for this truck. Don't mind the dirt bike. I don't know why that is sitting there. We have the front end. Obviously, we took it off because we were doing some work underneath the hood. And like I was saying earlier, we went ahead and did ball joints, hubs, new axle seals down inside there just to get it to where it can run and drive perfectly. We don't want any issues with it. Eventually we are going to lift it, do painted axles, new steering, an adjustable track bar, all that fun stuff. But let's back this thing out, pull up to the garage, and at least throw the mirrors on it so then it looks a little bit more presentable than just, I don't know, it looks like a boat. Because like a boat doesn't have mirrors on the side of it, if that makes any sense. It's a drag truck. We need to just get like the delete plates. Why don't I just design something that just
bolts right in?
Yeah, that just bolts right into that, and then just no mirrors. And then get like a full fiberglass front end for it that we can just lift off, and we got to change the motor out after every race.
Gut the bed.
Yeah, gut the bed. Coilovers on the rear, race truck. That makes no sense because we already have a whole entire lift kit for it. Let's get these mirrors on.
Tow mirrors.
Okay. Let's see here. First, yank all these clips off this stupid thing.
Don't break them.
That one's not coming off.
Oh, that's more right.
All right, want to put the bolts in it?
Yeah, I got you.
You know what you're doing there, kid?
Fuck, maybe. Insulation.
At least now the truck will look halfway normal. And he also went ahead and got the headlights to grill on it. Looks like I get a badge for the front of it. But it's starting to look like a truck. It really needs another bath. We could, well no we can't because the steering's kind of not tight, but honestly we could throw shocks on it and then actually drive it for the first time. Where's the bolt set for that? Wow. It actually is starting to look like a truck. That's crazy. Just got the mirrors on the truck. Passenger side and driver side are both complete. The wires are plugged back in. The door panels are back on the truck. These have a little turn signal bulb inside of the side of it. I decided not to get the one that has like the turn signal inside the mirror just because I don't want that thing flashing at me at nighttime. But anyways, that's all installed. So my friends over at AirDog were nice enough to hook us up with an AirDog for this truck. We are in the process of getting this thing installed, and by we I mean Colin is down there trying to find a spot to mount this fuel system. And nothing beats an AirDog fuel system on any of your diesel trucks. I have ran AirDog for like, what, 5 years now, and it's literally the best thing ever. So I have an AirDog going onto the 6.0. The Mega Cab has an AirDog on it. You can kind of see it down there below the steps. Third gen has an AirDog. I decided to hide this one. It's in there somewhere. There it is. Hiding inside the frame. My brother, second gen, has one. He likes his filters hanging way down past the frame because in his head, if the filters hang down, looks like he has a race truck. But we're going to go ahead and get this stuff installed on the truck. It should turn out pretty sweet. It'll probably make the truck run a lot better because I doubt the fuel filters have ever been changed on this. And you're now going from that stock, crappy fuel filter on this truck to a nice removable fuel filter. You can change these out very easily. But we have a lot going on with this truck. We have a lot in store for this truck. As you guys know, I said in the beginning of the video, we have a lot of boxes piling up for this build as well. I want to go ahead and get the fuel system on it now though because it's kind of a messy job if you are installing a sump. And our luck, it has a full tank of gas. So we had to go buy buckets, drain out the fuel. We're going to try to save the fuel because it does have 30 gallons of clean fuel inside, but went out and got a fancy little bucket to drain the fuel into. So I have this theory in my head. If we fill up one bucket, hurry up and swap it out when that one's full, put that one underneath it, take that, pour it into the transfer tank on the truck, and then obviously when it comes back out of this tank, it'll have a filter on the side of it. Long story to try to take fuel out of this, put it in here, put it back in this. It sounds easy, but when you have 30 gallons, you got to fill up buckets 6 times, and it takes probably 15 minutes per bucket to fill up because you got to drill like a little pinhole at first. I'm not drilling a 2-inch hole right through it and getting soaked in diesel fuel today. But with that being said, that is going to end today's video. Drop a comment below on what you guys want to see with the 6.0 build. This thing is literally turning out even better every day. We have been doing a lot of upgrades to it with stuff off camera just because all this little stuff, I don't want to film it and just bore you guys. Like who wants to see a cab mount go on the truck? That's no fun. Like I was saying, that is going to end today's video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.